Stoicism, one of the oldest and most profound schools of thought, has shown that respect from others comes from how you treat yourself as well as how they treat you. In this video, we'll share 5 lessons from Stoicism that will help you become more confident and make sure that no one can insult you again. Get ready to change how you think and act, and get the respect you deserve. Get good at empathy. These are the keys to respect that will make it impossible for anyone to hurt you. Let's start as normal. I have a short challenge for you. Watch the video until the end. If you're really serious about staying calm in all situations and getting better, leave a comment that says, "I accept the challenge," or just accept the challenge to practice perseverance. Now, let's start with the first part of today's video. Number 1, the power of saying no. Saying no is a very important skill that can have a big effect on many parts of our lives. We often say yes to requests and duties because we want to please other people, avoid strife, or feel like we have to. But always agreeing with everyone can make us tired, angry, and feel like we have no control over our own lives. Being able to say no in a healthy way helps us put our own needs first, set healthy limits, and keep our attention on what's important. This lesson looks at the power of no and how it can improve our health and productivity. Take care of your health first. You can protect your physical and mental health by saying no. You can escape stress and burnout by saying no to requests that are too much for you. Putting yourself first and getting enough rest will give you the energy to do the things that are really important to you. Keep your time under control. Being able to say no helps you manage your time and obligations. It lets you spend time on things that are in line with your morals and goals. By not taking on too much, you can make sure you have time to focus on important jobs. Improve the quality of the yeses you get. You can make time for more important things when you say no to less important requests. Your deals become more deliberate, which makes you happier and more productive. When it comes to commitments, quality over quantity leads to more meaningful efforts and experiences. Make your personal boundaries stronger. Telling people no makes your personal boundaries stronger and lets them know what your limits are. By making it clear what is and isn't okay, it builds respect in relationships. People can't take advantage of your time and kindness if you set healthy limits. Boost your self-esteem and confidence. Being able to say no makes you feel better about your own self-respect and confidence. It makes you more confident and able to stand up for what you want and need. This practice builds a better sense of independence and power over time. If you learn to say no, you can make your life more balanced, real, and full of meaning. It helps you keep your mind on what's important, stay healthy, and build better interactions based on respect and understanding. Have you ever been so busy that you didn't have time for yourself and were constantly tired? When this happens, you might wonder how you can keep your self-respect and not let it slip away. Away from these pressures, the answer lies in the power of saying no. This is one of the most important ideas in Stoic philosophy. Learning to say no not only protects you from unnecessary pressures, but it also supports your freedom and independence. Saying no shows that you know your worth and won't let other people's wants or needs control you. Imagine yourself as a water jug. If you don't control the flow of water into it, you will eventually overflow and lose your balance. Saying no helps you control that flow, making sure you don't take on too many responsibilities. We all have limits, and saying no is a way to protect ourselves and keep life in balance. In everyday life, you will find many times when you need to say no. Think about the times you were forced to work late without permission or were invited to do things you didn't want to do. Saying no in these situations not only protects your time and energy, but it also earns you respect from others. A brave person who knows their limits Rejecting inappropriate demands is seen as strong and important. For example, look at Jesus' life. He taught us about kindness and sacrifice, but he also knew when to say no. When he was tempted by Satan in the wilderness, he refused to believe the lies and instead said, "Worship the Lord your God and serve him only." This shows that saying no is also a way to protect sacred values and not give in to uncontrollable temptations. When you say no, you are exercising self-control and reaffirm your right to choose for yourself. People respect you because you don't let them dictate or control your life. This also helps you keep your balance and inner peace. Have you ever wondered why you feel tired or unmotivated? It could be because you don't know how to say no to demands that are too much for you. Ask yourself, is this really important to me? Does it align with my values and goals? If the answer is no, you need to say no. This is not selfishness. It's a way to protect what's most important to you, your time, energy, and mind. For example, if someone asks you to work on a project that isn't part of your main job and could affect how well you do your main job, you should politely say no. This will not only help you keep the quality of your work high, but it will also show that you know how to protect your rights. You could say something like, "Thank you for your trust, but I need to focus on my main job to ensure the best results." Epictetus, a famous philosopher who used to be a slave, said that everyone has the freedom to choose how to respond to different situations. Epictetus said that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. Saying no is a way to take charge of your life, instead of letting other people's demands and expectations take over. Remember that when you say no, you not only protect yourself, but you also set clear limits that help others understand and respect you more. You also show that you value yourself. This is the real power of saying no, to stand up for your values and be true to yourself. Are you ready to protect your right to choose for yourself? Start with small things and notice the difference in your life. Next, let's move on to Lesson 2, on our journey to find and master our best skills. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever been tired and worn out from listening to yourself or others complain all the time? Have you ever wondered why, according to Stoic philosophy, we feel better when we stop complaining? Not complaining is not only a way to make life better, it shows that you have mental strength and self-control. Number 2, stop complaining. When things go wrong in life, it can feel normal to complain, but that rarely leads to good solutions. Unfortunately, it can keep us stuck in a bad mood and keep us from taking action to make things better. It's not about ignoring problems when we learn to stop complaining. Instead, it's about focusing on solving them and keeping a positive mood. Take note of the habit. Figuring out when and why you complain is the first thing you need to do to stop. Write down or think of something every time you find yourself complaining. Being aware of this is important for figuring out the trends and causes of your complaints. Aim for solutions. Focus your attention on finding answers instead of dwelling on the problems you face. When you are faced with a problem, request yourself what steps you can take to fix it. This purposeful way of thinking changes the focus from being negative to being positive. Be thankful every day. Practicing thanks can make you much less likely to complain. Think about the good things in your life often and say thank you for them. This habit can help you keep a good attitude and enjoy what you have, instead of complaining about what you don't have. Reframe your bad thoughts. Reframe your negative thoughts in a more neutral or positive way to fight them. Don't say, "This is too hard," but instead think, "This is a challenge, but I can handle it." Reframing can help you see things in a different way and make you less likely to complain. Surround yourself with good things. The people you spend time with can affect how you think. Surround yourself with upbeat, problem-solving people who will make you want to have the same attitude. Do things and be in places that make you feel good and inspire you. This will make you less likely to complain. If you use these tips, you can stop complaining and start dealing with life's problems in a more helpful and positive way. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic thinkers, said that what bothers us is not the things themselves, but how we think about them. He meant that when we complain, we don't make things easier. Instead, we make them worse, like haunting ghosts in our minds. It doesn't help to complain. It takes away our peace of mind and makes life harder. Think of your life as a lovely garden. If you look at the weeds too much, you won't be able to see the flowers that are growing. Stopping to complain is like starting to care for your garden by pulling out the weeds and enjoying the lovely flowers. When you stop complaining, you change your focus from bad things to good things, which makes your life more meaningful. For example, Jesus went through a lot of pain and betrayal, but he never complained. In Matthew 26:39, Jesus prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, but not the way I will, but the way you will." Instead of complaining, Jesus accepted the challenge and tried to get through it. This is a powerful example of how stopping complaining and accepting reality can help us find peace and inner strength. In his book, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "If you are troubled by something external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This quote is a reminder that our thoughts determine our emotions and mental state. When you complain, you get stuck in a cycle of negativity. If you stop complaining, on the other hand, you let good ideas in and let go of invisible burdens. If you feel tired or unmotivated, it might be because you've been complaining a lot. Ask yourself, what was the last thing I complained about? Did it really help me solve the problem or just make me more tired? If the answer is, it made me more tired, then it's time to change how you deal with things. Instead of complaining, find ways to do something. If you have too much work, change your schedule. If co-workers are being difficult, find ways to communicate and understand them better. By focusing on what you can control, you will find that life becomes lighter and more positive. For example, if you're stuck in traffic and late for work, complaining about traffic won't get you there any faster. But if you prepare better next time, leave home earlier, or find a different route, you will solve the problem without getting stuck in a negative spiral. State Stoic philosophy says that the best way to deal with life's problems is to control yourself and follow your own rules. Remember that complaining doesn't change anything. It just takes away your inner peace. If you stop complaining and focus on what you can control, you will become stronger, more self-controlled, and more respected. Are you ready to stop complaining and live a life full of meaning and happiness? Start today and feel the miraculous changes in your soul and life. If you think this lesson is really important, please leave a comment with a number 1. If not, please leave a number 0 so we can talk about the lessons you care about the most. Your story will inspire us all and give us a place to start reflecting and learning. Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said that we should listen more than we speak. This advice shows how important it is to listen in everyday life. When we listen to others sincerely, we not only understand them better, but we also make deep connections and build trust. Think about a time when you listened to someone with full attention, whether it was a friend who needed to talk about a problem or a co-worker who was having a problem at work. When you listen without judging, interrupting, or quickly offering solutions, you created a safe space for the other person. This not only made them feel understood, but it also built deep respect between you. Jesus often showed how important it is to listen. For example, when he met the Samaritan woman at the well, he not only listened to her story, but he also understood her pain and wants. Jesus didn't judge her or jump to conclusions. Instead, he listened and gave her new hope. This is a great example of how active listening can lead to change and salvation. When we listen, we not only learn from others, but we also think about ourselves. Listening helps us understand ourselves and the people around us better. Have you ever asked yourself, do I really listen to those around me? Am I missing chances to understand them and myself better? If the answer is yes, it's time to change the way you listen. Active listening means more than just hearing what someone is saying. It also means feeling and understanding what they are saying. Try to stop listening and feel whenever someone talks to you. You will find that by listening, you not only make links but also learn many new and deep things. In real life, if someone gives a different point of view than yours at a meeting, instead of quickly disagreeing, try to listen and understand their point of view better. You might find new angles and learn useful things this way. Active listening can help you see things more clearly and get along better with the people around you. It can also help you learn and grow, which is how we age and become wiser. Listening is not just an action, but a way of life, a way to respect others and ourselves. Remember, active listening not only benefits the listener, but also enriches the soul of the listener by listening. We show compassion and understanding, creating a better world. Are you ready to start listening actively and create positive changes in your life? Start today, and you will see the magic of active listening in every moment. When we listen actively, we not only understand others better, but also create an environment full of love and respect. This is the power of active listening, a power that can change our lives and those of the people around us. Try it today and feel this wonderful change. Before we get to lesson number 4, we want to Thank you for watching this video all the way to the middle. Every moment we can learn and grow, and having you here to listen and think with us is a gift I value every second. To help us teach more people these important lessons, please like and share this video. Stoic lessons teach us that every little thing we do is important. Each share you make is the same way. It's important to remember that lesson 4 is coming up next. Let's look at these words of wisdom and follow them together. Again, thank you for your hard work. Number 3, keep your promises. In any relationship, personal or professional, keeping your word is a key part of gaining trust and credibility. When we promise to do something, other people can count on us to do it. If you don't keep these promises, it can cause sadness, mistrust, and strained relationships. On the other hand, keeping your agreements over and over again makes you more trustworthy, which leads to stronger, more reliable relationships with other people, helps people trust and believe in you. Keeping your word shows that you are trustworthy and honest, which are important qualities for gaining trust. Trust is an important part of all interactions, whether they are personal or professional. People will respect and trust you more if they know they can count on you. Makes relationships stronger. Honoring promises shows that you care about and value other people. It helps you connect with people in a deeper, more important way. When promises are kept, people feel like they are important and honored. Adds to discipline yourself. Being able to keep your word takes self-control and the ability to do what you say you will do. It makes people more accountable and responsible. Improving your self-discipline in this area can have a good effect on other parts of your life. Makes people more honest. Being honest and having strong morals are part of having integrity. Making and keeping promises shows how honest you are. When you keep your promises, your actions are in line with your beliefs and principles. Encourages a good image. People who keep their word are often seen as reliable and trustworthy. This upbeat view can open up more doors and make relationships better. Being known for being reliable can help you in your personal and work life. By learning and acting on how important it is to keep your promises, you can make yourself more trustworthy, improve your relationships, and build a reputation for being honest and reliable. Have you ever thought about why it's so important to keep your promises? Did you know that in Stoic philosophy, every time you keep a promise, you not only prove your worth, but you also earn the trust and reliability of others? It's not only the right thing to do, but it's also a sign of self-control and honor. Think about a time when you promised to help a friend through a tough time and kept your word. Your dependability not only made your friend feel safe and supported, but it also made the relationship between you two stronger. By keeping our promises, we build a community of trust and mutual support, which not only makes our personal lives more meaningful, but also helps the community grow. Jesus kept all of his promises during his life and mission. He said he would save people and bring peace to the world, and he did this through his life, death, and resurrection. When Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life," he not only made a promise, but he also kept it by doing real things that gave millions of people faith and hope. When we respect our promises and see them as important parts of our lives, we show respect for ourselves and others. Not only does keeping your word build your reputation, it also makes society more fair and trustworthy. Have you ever thought about how many of the promises you've made have you really kept? How have broken promises affected your relationships and the trust folks have in you? If the answer makes you think, it's time to make clear plans to get better. Start with small promises, like saying you'll spend time with family, finish your work on time, or help a friend who needs it. When you keep these small promises, you'll be able to and more likely to keep bigger ones. As an example, let's say you promise a coworker that you'll finish a project early. If you keep that promise, you not only show that you can do the work, but you also earn the trust and respect of your coworkers and bosses. This helps you build a professional and trustworthy image, which can lead to more career advancement opportunities. Epictetus reminded us of the responsibility of our words. They are not just sounds, they are commitments that reflect our character and honor. If we truly understand this responsibility, we will think twice before making promises and always try to keep them. Remember that keeping promises not only helps others, but it also helps us grow and improve ourselves. It boosts our self-respect and confidence because we prove our being able to keep our word. It takes self-respect, loyalty, and duty to keep your promises. Think of each promise as a sacred promise and do what you need to do to keep it. By keeping your promises, you build a trustworthy, meaningful life. Motivate those around you by keeping your promises. This is the real power of keeping promises, a power that can change our lives and the lives of others. Try it today and feel the miraculous change. Are you ready to start the journey of keeping your promises and earning the trust of those around you? If you are, leave a comment saying, "Keep promises," to show your determination to change. And let's talk about how we can use Stoic philosophy to cultivate gratitude for a better life. Remember that in every challenge there is an opportunity for those who know how to seize it. I was greatly moved by this quote from Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Remember that other people go through the same pains and problems you do. This quote leads us to Stoicism, which is the fifth key to becoming very wise. Number 5. The art of empathy. Empathy is being able to understand and share someone else's thoughts. It's an important skill that helps people connect, trust, and talk to each other better. By practicing empathy, we can get along better with others, help them in more useful ways, and make the world a nicer place to live. Paying attention. Give the person your full attention and don't talk over them. You can show that you're interested by nodding, making eye contact, and saying things like, "I see," or "I understand." To make sure you understand, repeat what you heard. For example, "So what you're saying is," figuring out non-verbal cues. To figure out how someone is feeling, pay attention to their body language, facial movements, and tone of voice. Keep in mind that body language can sometimes say more than words. Show that you understand how they feel by responding in the right way to these cues, putting yourself in the shoes of others. Think about how you would feel if you were that person. Think about what they've been through and how that might affect how they feel and what they do. Don't assume anything about someone. Instead, ask them open-ended questions to better understand their point of view. Having empathy and understanding show that you genuinely care about the other person's health and happiness. Saying something like, "It's okay to feel this way," will help them understand that their feelings are valid. Show them that you are there for them without judging them by giving them support and guidance. Putting patience and humility into practice. Give the other person time to say everything they want to say. Know that you might not always fully understand how they feel, and that's okay. Be polite and willing to learn from other people's stories and points of view. Remember that practicing empathy is an ongoing process. To master the art of understanding, you have to keep working at it. We can build stronger relationships and make the world a more empathetic place by carefully listening, reading body language, putting ourselves in others' shoes, showing compassion, and being patient and humble. Not only does empathy make our personal relationships better, it also makes society more peaceful and understanding. Stoics say that empathy is the power to truly understand another person's feelings and situations. Have you ever felt a deep bond with them? Empathy is more than just being able to understand and share someone else's feelings. It's also a way to connect and show kindness. Mastering the art of empathy makes us better people and helps us build stronger, longer-lasting relationships. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, said that we are always connected to everyone around us. He said that empathy is the invisible thread that connects us, helping us understand and share each other's pain and joy. Think about a time when you truly empathized with someone, whether it was a friend going through a hard time or a co-worker who was having a problem at work. When you take the time to listen and understand what they are going through, you not only make them feel better, but you also build a stronger relationship with them. Empathy is how we show that we care about and are compassionate toward others. During his lifetime, Jesus often showed deep empathy. For example, when Jesus went to see Lazarus and saw people around him crying, he started crying with them. This powerful act of empathy shows that Jesus was not only the Savior, but also a friend who always knew and shared human pain. Jesus' empathy not only comforted those around him, but it also brought them hope and new life. When we understand that everyone has problems and pain, it's easier to show empathy. Instead of judging or not caring, we open our hearts and share others' pain, which builds trust and understanding. If you want to be more empathetic in your daily life, you need to spend time listening and understanding others. Put yourself in their shoes and feel what they are feeling. This will help you understand their emotions and thoughts better and allow you to react more sensitively and honestly. For example, if you see a co-worker who is stressed and anxious, Don't just ask them if they are okay. Take the time to listen to their story and show that you genuinely care and want to understand their situation. This will not only help them but also create a positive and supportive work environment. Empathy doesn't always mean doing big things. Sometimes, just a kind word, a hug, or a concerned look can make someone feel better. Being empathetic means being there for someone, willing to share and help without expecting anything in return. Remember that empathetic behavior is a way of life, not just an action. By being empathetic, we not only make the world a better place, we also make our own lives better. Empathy helps us understand, connect, and share with others in a deep and sincere way. Start with the smallest things, like listening and sharing with others. You will find that when you empathize, you bring happiness and comfort to others and receive great spiritual values for yourself. Try it today and see the miraculous change in your life and the lives of those around you. We just talked about important lessons from Stoic philosophy on how to earn respect from others, such as how to say no, stop complaining, focus on what we can control, actively listen to build deep connections, keep promises to build trust, and use the art of empathy to understand and share with everyone around us. These principles not only make us stronger and more self-controlled, but they also lead to a meaningful and valuable life. Stoicism teaches us that respect from others starts with respecting ourselves. When we live true to our values and principles, we not only affirm our own worth, but we also inspire those around us. Jesus said, "Love your neighbor as yourself." When we love and respect ourselves, we naturally show love and respect to others. Remember that we can't force others to respect us. We have to respect ourselves. Live with courage, patience, and compassion. Say no when you need to. Stop complaining. And strive for improvement. Every day, we should listen with an open heart, keep our vows, and show empathy. When we do these things, we not only make the world a better place, but we also become stronger and more admirable people. If you stay true to your values, are self-controlled, and treat yourself with respect, no one can insult you. You deserve love and respect, and by following the principles of Stoic philosophy, you will get it from others. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button to subscribe the channel. Share the video with your friends and family to help spread the good ideas of Stoicism. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos about living a Stoic life and improving yourself.